Canelo is a different proposition. It's an interesting fight, but Canelo can hurt there.
Crawford to call you out at 68, say that he can beat you at this weight?
Everybody wants to fight with me, so it's fine. If the fight made sense, why not?
After bagging an epic win against Jermell Charlo, Canelo Alvarez is ready to step into the ring again. And from the looks of it, the fight world is about to get the fight of their dreams. Yep, you heard that. If you were one of the fans begging for Terence versus Canelo to see the light of day, I have some good news for you, because Alvarez has finally agreed to put up gloves against Terence Crawford. But hey, don't hold your breath on it just yet, because he's only agreeing to fight Bud on one brutal condition. Canelo isn't one to put ink on the contract without a fight. So without further ado, let's dive deep into Canelo's only condition to fight Terence. After a masterclass by Crawford against Errol Spence, the world finally came to know that Terence Crawford is that guy. He gave Spence the first L of his career. Now that's something you can't take lightly, especially when people were counting on the truth to win this bout. The fact that Bud knocked him down 3 times shows he is a force to be reckoned with. And this victory put him up there with one of the top dogs, which only means one thing, that the top dog Canelo was watching. And this potential fantasy matchup sent the whole world into a frenzy. Talks began between the two fighters, and Canelo stated his one and only condition to get in the ring with Bud. The Mexican boxer wants Crawford to come 3 weight classes up to fight him. Let's be real here for a moment. Coming 3 weight classes up to fight the best boxer there is right now puts this American boxer at a major disadvantage, and that's exactly what this Mexican boxer is aiming for. Terence won't be his best at that weight. In fact, he'll be slower on his feet, much less sharp, and will tire out as the fight progresses. And that's exactly when Canelo Alvarez is hoping to strike. But he set it in stone. If Terence really wants to go up against the guy, he needs to agree to it. Get this, Alvarez had 0 interest in stepping into the ring with Terence. He's one to take up fights that'll advance his career, and a fight with Bud wasn't worth it to him. Plus, he's not one of the many who think Terence is the new dog of the fight world. Terence was the one continuously taking shots at Canelo and challenging him to a brutal showdown in the ring. Yep, Bud told the UFC commentator that he has his eyes on the prize. Terence said, "Yeah, I'll fight Canelo if he wins, or Charlo. The winner, I want to be 3-time undisputed." Good thing Canelo came out on top. This call-out wasn't enough to spark Canelo's interest, but something must have changed, because he's willing to put up gloves now, of course, if Bud agrees to his condition. Now, that may not seem like a big ask from the undisputed super middleweight champion, but take my word for it, it's a big one. Plus, the Mexican boxer does not give Terence the credit he deserves. Canelo said, "I respect Crawford. He's a very talented fighter, but he just won 1 big fight. If you see his record, he's just beaten 1 good fighter. Other than that, I don't think he's beaten other great fighters." Well, if you really think about it, the guy wasn't lying. Terence doesn't have big names on his record, and if he wants to go down in history, this guy needs to change that ASAP. Being undefeated is a big thing, but it doesn't really mean much, because Terence hasn't gone up against fighters who'd give him a run for his money. But let's not count him out just yet. Yeah, let's not forget how Terence destroyed Errol in the ring. Bud embarrassed him for 8 rounds and then took him out in the 9th. Now that's saying something, and Canelo knows it too. Crawford believes he has what it takes to finish the job with Canelo, even if it means getting up 3 weight classes to do so. Surely that's gotta mean something, right? He's putting forward conditions too, and at this point it's hard to predict which one of them will give in to the other's conditions. When asked about the dream fight, Terence said, "We can do something at a catch weight," he added. "Probably 160 pounds or something. 158. Yeah, 158, 160, that would be cool." Now, taking the lower number of 158 pounds that Crawford offered means that he would need to move up from 147 pounds. And as for Canelo, he'd have to move down from 168 pounds, spelling an almost even exchange to hit this catchweight target. Sounds fair to me. When asked who would win, Bud didn't even flinch before answering himself. This guy's walking around with a lot of confidence, and for all the right reasons. I mean, it's Crawford we're talking about. This guy is undefeated for a reason, and can we say the same thing about Canelo? Nope. Canelo has not only seen defeat, but has tasted the canvas as well. Dimitri Bivol is the man who did the unthinkable by putting down Canelo Alvarez. So folks, what does that say about the champ? He is not invincible. And this is something Crawford wants to prove to the world. And after his last performance, you can bet he's going to train as hard as ever. And I don't about you guys, but I can already sense some bad blood between these two after Alvarez called him out for fighting a bunch of nobodies. Now, Terence obviously wasn't just going to sit and watch Canelo take shots at him. Bud fired back and called him crazy and delusional. All this trash talk is only hyping the fight more, and from the looks of it, Bud's gonna agree to Canelo's terms and put ink on the contract. Come on, this isn't just any fight. This is one that Terence needs. Remember how I said Bud doesn't have any impressive opponents on his record? Well, if he's aiming for the Hall of Fame, he's got to change that real quick. Crawford needs to step into the ring with guys from the top league if he wants to make a name like that of Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson. Yeah, he has a win people can remember him by, but he needs more. And the worst part of all, he's running short on time. Hear me out. Terence is 36, so he's making his way up there at an age where most fighters start thinking about retirement. Boxing isn't a sport where you can stay for long. It all goes down in due time because when Father Time catches to you, your body starts changing. Soon enough, Crawford won't be able to go through intense training camps, nor will his injuries heal as quickly. He's going to get slow and sluggish and become prone to brain injuries. Things don't remain the same in the ring, so Terence needs to make decisions, and he needs to make them quick. The boxer is currently getting ready for an epic rematch with Errol Spence Jr., and I don't know about you, but I'm here for it. Come on, who are we kidding? The entire fight world has been asking for a round 2 of everything that went down in the ring in July, and it must be the boxing world's lucky day because we're getting it sooner than we imagined. Oh yeah, I'm talking by the end of this year. Not 1 but 2 Errol Spence Jr. versus Terence Crawford bouts in a span of only 6 months? 2023 is feeding boxing fans like no other. Something tells me the second fight will be even more exciting than the first. It's probably cause Errol has the best of the best Floyd Mayweather training him. Oh yeah, he's gonna walk in prepared and hungry for redemption. Terence can't take this rematch lightly with everything else that's happening right now. He needs to come out on top again in the rematch, and then turn to his next opponent as soon as possible. This guy's running out of time, so he better start negotiating with potential opponents right now. Canelo's is his best bet at this point, so this one might finally see the light of the day. I'm sure Alvarez is going to put as many conditions as he can because he for sure has the upper hand during negotiations. We'll just have to wait and see if the same will follow in the ring. So there you have it, Fight World. That's all I have for you today. Could boxing fans ever see the day that Terence Crawford fights Canelo Alvarez? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and make sure to share with friends. I'll see you next time. Until then, peace out.